Do you want to see what true courage looks like and how you can also have this courage, although it's not easy? Let's watch this video together and just wait till they call upon Gayton Mackenzie to speak, and you will see true courage.
John Steenhuisen, is what's happening in Gaza a genocide?
Well, I don't think that's up for any of us to be around this table to decide. And I've said very clearly from the beginning that we must respect the processes of the ICJ. We must respect the outcome of it, because that is now part of international law. And as a party that supports international law, we will abide by whatever the outcome is. We need a ceasefire. We need parties to come to the table, and we need to work towards finding a lasting peace in there. Let's get humanitarian aid in there, but let's also start looking for mature leadership in Palestine and in Israel to come together like we did in South Africa and negotiate a way forward so that they can have a lasting peace in the region.
Gayton Mackenzie, do you want to see a free and sovereign Palestine?
I think they lie when they say white men can't dance. John has been dancing around the question here. He's not been answering the question. No, let me answer you the question. Number one, there's no genocide happening there. Number two, let me answer you.
When children are starving, that's
no,
not
let
genocide.
me answer you. Don't tell me how I should answer you. Number two, let me tell you something. If I'm the president of this country, and let's say Lesotho comes here and they take hostages and they take children, and I will bomb Lesotho, and if they want peace, they must return the children. Nothing tells you about peace. And if I become president, I will stop that case of the ICJ, simply because the honorable minister pursues Israel. Yesterday, 22 people are shot here in Missos Plain, more than the ICJ, more than in Ramallah, in Palestine. They are wearing scarves of Palestine, while our people die here more than Palestine. Today they say we must be enemy. Jewish people are the enemy. I grew up poor. It was a Jewish woman in Operation Hunger that was giving us food. It was the Jewish people that went to Mandela to jail. So nobody will tell me Hamas is a terrorist organization that should be destroyed totally.
Did you hear that? I mean, this is true courage. The reason why I call this true courage is because I find that the most difficult thing for people to do is to be able to speak the truth when it's not popular. And the truth usually is not popular. It requires enormous courage to do what he's doing, especially now in the world where there are so many, the vocal people are so against what the truth that the obvious truth that he's speaking. He's literally, I describe him as a hero for speaking so openly and blatantly the truth. Any country, exactly as he says, any country. Imagine if your neighbor, your next door neighbor, comes into your house and steals something worth $10,000. They steal it. You have evidence, you have it on your video cameras, you know that they stole it. And you come to them and say, you come to them, you bring them to court, let's resolve this. So they say, yes, let's sit down and let's resolve this. You say, not a problem. Return what you stole and then we can discuss. They say, no, we're not returning anything. You're not returning anything. There's nothing to discuss. You blatantly came and stole something, and you want to have a conversation. That's exactly what's going on. No one would accept this. And we know when the stakes get higher, God forbid, one neighbor kills the child of another neighbor. Forgiveness, what that neighbor, you tell me I should come to the table and speak to you? There is absolutely nothing to discuss. You bomb the other country until they return everything that they stole. And if they're not willing to return anything that they stole, is there anyone to have a conversation with? Is there really anyone? Does this need to be explained? But it's being denied. And the more people that come out boldly and openly and state this and show that we're not scared to speak the truth in the face of your repeated lies, that is how lies are weakened and then ultimately destroyed. And this is an obligation that every single one of us has. Do you know how many Syrians were killed up to 2021? 580,000 Syrians. You don't hear anything in the UN or anything from South Africa or anything from anyone on the college campuses about any of this. This is way more than the claimed 40,000 Palestinians, which it isn't. Maybe it's 20,000 Palestinians. Way, way, way more. Well, why are we only concerned with the 20,000? This is all part of the lie. It's all part of the lie, and we have to have the courage to speak these truths openly. We don't have to do it in a way that is triggering other people deliberately, trying to get under people's skins. Just say the truth, speak the truth. What we need today more than anything else are truth speakers. And there's only one question for you and for I. Are we willing to be a truth speaker? That's what the world needs today more than ever. Are you willing to be a truth speaker, or are you going to continue to hide?